Well, hello, everybody. It's another exciting Sunday night, and here's Sally Diane, your psychic of the week, month, year, decade, and
Yes.
so on.
Yes.
How you doing, Sally?
I am doing great. How about you?
It's been a long day.
Yes, but isn't it nice to end the day with an hour with our friends on YouTube? We enjoy doing Psychic Sundays as much as you enjoy watching it. So I'm looking forward to this week, every week. And anybody who would want an in-person reading with me, a private in-person reading, you can either schedule something for an online reading by sending me an email at info@sallydiane.com or call the spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293 to schedule an appointment at the spa when you're in Stratford. Okay. Also, I wanted to announce right at the top of the show the Psychic Soul Sisters return event happening on September 28th. It's going to have twice as much room, twice as much merchandise, a larger psychic tools area. There's going to be more time with the psychics for the mini readings. So anybody who missed out on a mini reading the last time will be able to get one here. And we also have demonstrations and messages and refreshments. Okay, so I see everybody's asking questions, so we'll just get on with it. Now, I did get one email question, and so hers is answered first, but anybody else who would want their questions answered right in this first segment of the show, all they have to do is send their question before 8 o'clock on Sunday night to info@sallydiane.com. And if you want to know more about me or maybe read some of the articles that I've written, you can go to my website, sallydiane.com. All right, so Cindy, she wants to know how her son's wedding is going to go. She says, will September 23rd be good weather for an outside wedding? Oh, this is just so romantic. I'm so glad the shower turned out right. And September 23rd, a fall wedding. I know the colors are just starting to get pretty then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in British Columbia, you might actually have some trees left.
I know, it's such a shame.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Of course.
Yeah.
All of our positive energies and prayers go for those folks in British Columbia.
Yep.
And those of us that can donate too. Okay, so let's see. How's September 23rd going to turn out? September 23rd. I can feel like it's really going to be sentimental. This is one of those weddings where perhaps the groom's going to even the groom will shed a tear or two, but there will be some watery eyes as the bride walks down the aisle. That's so nice. They're so in love. Okay. September 23rd. Okay. Your son is going to look grand. There's the wedding. Okay, so you're kind of getting a 2 out of 3 isn't bad. So I don't think you're going to have sunshine. I think you may have periods of drizzle, but not too much. It's kind of like you can work an outside wedding into it because I see it coming off just fine. I see your son looking awesome. But I also see this idea of, couldn't the weather have been nicer? But it's nice enough, okay? So just tell your guests to bring an extra sweater and expect just a few drops. Okay. Oh, that's so wonderful. Wish your son the best of luck from all of us. Oh, my goodness.
All right, our first question comes from Glenipa.
Hoping to get fired and severance from my job. Okay. Well, it depends on why you get yourself fired. I know you want severance, so you couldn't exactly tear the office apart or catfish the boss. Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say about you moving forward with your job. 4 months off sounds nice, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so the first thing is 8 of Coins reversed, which tells me that you've got the skill set, and you know everybody around you has a skill set, but you guys, nobody works together. Nobody works together right. I can see why it's an uncomfortable situation, because it feels like every time you want to take a move forward, there's somebody or some situation in your way. So it's really hard to make progress where you're at right now. So I can see why you're getting frustrated with your job. Don't get frustrated with your profession. Also, there's somebody else who's on their way out, and make sure you get a good letter of reference from him before he leaves. This is somebody who's in a quasi managerial role. You know, he's not your direct boss, but he could be considered a supervisor and is able to speak well of you. Okay, so I know you want 4. What they're saying right here, when we look at the 7 of Cups, that's the confusion delusion card. And I think that maybe you don't have, I know you want 4 months, but it's kind of just because you wore out from this situation right here. I think that you're looking at more like maybe 7 weeks. So that gives you almost 2 months, you know, where you can sit around. You see, you're tired and you're emotionally tired. So you think you want 4 months, but by the time 7 weeks rolls around, you will be ready to go to work. And we'll have had it up to here with Young and the Restless. Sorry to Young and the Restless fans. All right.
Sonia would like
Hi,
spirit
Sonia.
guide messages with cards.
Spirit guides messages with cards. Oh, Sonia, you know me too well. What do Sonia's spirit guides have to say? They do seem to want to be talking. These cards kind of feel like they're a little jumpy here. And maybe you're a little jumpy. Let's see what the cards have to say. A little worried about this one. All right, so I want to see what the other cards are. Okay, that's a good card, and that's a good card. Okay, so really your spirit guides are just saying, you know, remember that you're loved. So there is love around you, and you are in a position of life where you can work your way up the ladder. They're a little worried that sometimes your dreams exceed your abilities. You know, like maybe you're dreaming of a mansion the size of Buckingham Palace with a staff of 30, when what your abilities are is maybe getting yourself a nice house in the suburbs with three bedrooms and a picket fence. But it says right here, your guides are assuring you that things are going to work out well. I see you with I'm assuming your husband, because they're showing me you with another person, and you guys are working together hand in hand. And then instead of just dreaming and wishing, you're setting goals. So that's your guide's advice, is to, you know, don't just dream, set goals, and know that, you know, there's this idea of cooperation and working together is your quickest way forward and your quickest way to a good life.
And our next question is from the High Priestess Tarot. Do my friends secretly hate me? I swear they do. High Priestess, they don't hate you. They just find you a bit much a lot of the time, and a bit of the time. Pull it back 30%, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, Glenifa, you know, I know that you could always go to the Red Cross. The Red Cross will always take donations, you know, for specific disasters. I'm sure there's many other good good organizations, but I know the Red Cross is trustworthy.
Yeah. Donate to a cause near you.
Okay, so yeah. Um, okay, so the producer's right, because basically what these cards say is that they're trying to hint at you that you have a tendency to sort of draw the oxygen out of a room when you come in, because you come in with sparkle and flair and finesse, but it's kind of like you're a very strong person and you just need to tone it down because your friends are a little mousier than you and they just can't keep up with you, so they start feeling like this. So, yeah, just tone it down a little bit. Your friends like you just fine.
All right, hang on here. Angie. Will my travel YouTube make me money? Will I be good at it? Nobody's good at YouTube at first. Like, nobody.
Absolutely nobody. Everybody.
And there's absolutely no better example than Mr. Beast's first year.
So let's see what kind of advice, what you need to know about being a YouTuber. And then I understand the whole travel thing. We do like the travel channels. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But, if one doesn't work, then you move on to something else. And you just keep trying over and over and over again. All right. Okay. So, I think that you might have connections, not directly, but you might have connections in the travel industry or something. It feels like you're what this is telling me is don't do it alone. Look to people in the industry that you know. I know that there's somehow a connection, a network that you're working in on, and it really would help you to have a mentor, somebody to guide you, somebody to back you up, make your channel more professional, more polished. I'm just seeing all this between the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. You and somebody else, and once this somebody else comes in, it becomes golden. But this middle thing is a sort of a warning that be very aware of the other channels and know that when you start getting really good and you start getting subscribers, there's a good chance that you might ruffle some feathers. Without meaning to, but, blank them if they can't take a joke, right?
Watch photography videos, how-tos, photography 101.
Yeah, because with the travel, you really need to make it look good.
Yeah. And, photography 101 will teach you all the basics, and there are a lot of basics, and if you can get those, you can go do anything else.
Yeah, but if you do it right and you don't do it, don't do it alone. Have somebody helping you out. Yes, you can absolutely make money.
All right.
But you make money when it gets down to you're making somebody else money too.
Of course.
How it works.
Yeah. YouTube on Staircut. Marianne, hello. Marianne wants a general reading. What does she need to know right now? My beverage is empty.
Okay. General reading for Marianne. Okay, that's interesting. I'm seeing the Five of Swords, but it's kind of being put behind you. And the Five of Swords is kind of a nasty cat competition. I always call it the neener cards. It's talking about having a bunch of backbiters around you and stuff. So as you come in, like when you look at the now, you do have these kind of people around you, but there's starting to be a passing influence. So I think you're already noticing that negative people are kind of finding somebody else to bug, which is fine. All right. So the Hanged Man upside down. The Hanged Man right side up talks about useful sacrifices. Upside down, not so much. When the Hanged Man is upside down, this is a time to not give out money. This is a time to not make sacrifices, basically. Yeah. So this is probably a good time in your life over the next little while to sort of put yourself first. Be a little bit selfish. Ooh. And then, I love this. Okay, so get rid of negative people. Don't be afraid to be a little selfish. But when I look at what's coming up for you, I've got romance and partnerships and friendship go really well. It looks like both material and spiritually, your cup runneth over. So you've got a pretty good period of your life coming up, and this has got a feeling of maybe between November to March. So winter's pretty good for you. Still freaking cold, but it's good for you. And Princess Nee. Hi, Princess Nee. Hello, Queen. Will Sonia and Nil last? Just trying to get closure from the situation. Okay. I'm wondering,
I'm just kind of curious as to how their relationship brings you closure.
Yeah, me too. Let's see what you need to know. So I'm not really understanding the question, and I generally don't spy for people. But let's see about what you need to know about the situation. Okay, so what does Princess Nee need to know? Or what should she know? What should she know? Okay. Interesting. You start out with swords, and that's kind of an interesting start, because it starts from a place of loss, a place of grief. It looks like, the Three of Swords generally talks about heartbreak, about things that kind of isolate you, make you feel isolated. And I see you in that situation, but I also see you headed toward a new start in the Ace of Swords. So whatever heartbreak you're feeling, there's a new start there. And you have Judgment. So right now, I think that whatever that relationship is, now's the time for you to focus more on your own heart and be prepared for good things that are coming your way, because you have this Ace of Swords. And I don't know whether this is really answering your question, but I asked what you needed to know. And the cards are saying here, you need to kind of heal your heart and get rid of some of your baggage, because you've got a new beginning coming your way. And this is something that I do believe you've been waiting for, because it ends up with Judgment. And in Judgment, the individuals that have been waiting for centuries for Gabriel to blow his horn, Gabriel finally blows his horn. So something that you've been waiting to happen a long time is going to come to pass. I hope that answers your question. All right, and we have Dragonfire. Hello, lovely lady. Ooh, I like that. Okay, how will my finances look for the next month? Okay, Dragonfire. Dragonfire and money. Just looking for next month. Mhm. Well, money looks pretty good, and it's earned money. I see right from the Three of Coins that you've got some opportunities coming up in the area of career. You know, it's something that you're good at that speaks to your skill set. So there's a bit of acknowledgement of your talents here. And it does look like there's an offer coming in, because I'm seeing in the King of Coins and the King of Wands, I'm actually seeing that as a reflection of you. Regardless of gender, we're not going to get into gender, but we are going to get into what they are. You're going to get enough of a bump that you're going to start to feel secure about your future this month. And you're also going to get some goals, some motivation, and some direction. So you are going to be making changes. You are going to be taking a step or two up the ladder. And it starts out with 2 coins. You're doing pretty good.
And our next question is from Lala Loopsy. Will my
that.
Sagittarius finally come back correct when dealing with a relationship?
You know, once they're out the door, you should just let them go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't know what kind of relationship she's talking about.
that's true. And
Or
maybe
he.
she sent him into a timeout.
Or he.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see about that Sagittarius. Lala Loopsy and the Sagittarius. Lala Loopsy and the Sagittarius. What can you tell me about them? And the cards say, you know, there is a decision. Things are in the balance. And the cards are saying that you need to know yourself. You know, so let's see what else it has to say. Ooh. Okay, so you know what you want. Settle for nothing less. And I think you've already come to that point. The thing of it is you're in the waiting part now. And so, yeah, I can see right now you're imagining a lot of stuff. There's this delusion card here in the Seven of Cups. But then when I look here, and this is giving you a while. So I think that he will come back, but it'll be at a time. I think we're looking at the first quarter of the moon. Maybe in September. The first quarter of the moon. And I'm wondering about new family members around you. There's kind of a hint of that too. Anyhow, right now your guides are telling you, first and foremost, know yourself. So I guess don't back down.
Well, hey, do you want to tell them where they can get a reading?
You can get a reading at Spa Near the Tracks at 20 Cooper Avenue, right here in Stratford, Ontario. Just call 519-272-1293 to schedule an appointment. Not from Stratford? Let's schedule a reading online. Send an email request to info@sallydiane.com. And by the way, sallydiane.com is my website. You can go there to read articles that I've written. You can go there to see the latest episodes of this show and the weekly Pick 3. And you can also find out about the next Psychic Soul Sisters event, which is coming up on September 28th. And that will be the last Psychic Soul Sisters event of the year. There will be more in 2024.
Yep, Sally does not have any way to take donations here on YouTube. The best thing you can do is get a one-on-one reading. And our next question comes from Patricia. Sorry. The beverages are taking effect. Will I be in a financial position to move in my own place before the end of October?
Ugh. Why do I always get the idea with you, Patricia, is that you're always looking 20% in the wrong direction? Because as I'm looking at this, it's kind of like, well, that's not the point. If she wants to, depending on what your standards are, you could probably afford a house right now, probably a little bit of a slummy one, but I just feel like you're looking in the wrong direction. Well, anyhow, let's see what the cards have to say. Almost put that one aside. All right. Okay, there we go. Patricia and home. You can definitely make it happen. They're telling you that you're more in, they're telling you that you're more in control of the situation than you think you are. And the magician is like the one who manifests, the one who takes raw materials and turns them into something magic. And they tell me that you have the mojo, you have the magic. You want to be able to afford a place of your own by the end of October. You're certainly capable of doing it. Huh? Oh, dear. So what else do they have to say? Okay, so then we'll deal with this. They're saying that you're strong. You have the ability to manifest what you want. But, don't be a nurse or a purse, because I feel like there's a relationship around you, but it's putting you in the wrong position. This is a person who maybe isn't as committed as he appears to be or whatever, but I have a relationship here that's more of an albatross around your neck. Sorry, but that's what I get. But they assure you that you personally have the ability to get a place for yourself, and you can manifest what you want, but don't let others drag you down. Everything you do, you must be doing for your own sake.
Patricia, I'm being told you got to haul ass in October and treat this like a full-time job.
Yeah.
AP, we're going to get to your questions after we do the pick three. And here we go. This week's pick three for the week of August 21st, 2023. Sally's going to pull three cards. You're going to pick one of those cards ahead of time. And the reading for that card is your reading for the coming week. Here we go.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to pick a card. Okay, so which card will you pick this week? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? So what is your tarot card for this week? 1, 2, or 3? If you pick tarot card number 1, then your card for this week is the Queen of Wands. There we are, just adjusting. Okay, so your card for this week is the Queen of Wands. So this is a week for you to take charge of the situation. And there's a lot of feminine energy there. There's this feeling of self-confidence. So this is a good week for you to fake it until you make it. Show people your fiery side, show nothing but self-confidence, and know that you can get on top of whatever situation is in front of you. It's also a good week for business. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for the week is the 8 of Coins. The 8 of Coins is it's a card of the master craftsman. This is a week where your talents and skills will be recognized. And also it's, sometimes you're in the groove and sometimes you're just marking time. This week you're in the groove. So this is a very productive week, and it looks like it's going to be, I'm not saying lottery size winnings or anything like that, but it should be a fairly good week financially too. You might have some worries taken off your shoulder. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for the week is the King of Coins. What a lovely card. This is somebody who's confident and relaxed. He is a country gentleman. If this card represents you, it tells me that you're going to be more grounded in a place that will bring you money. So look for good career and money guidance this week. Because, of course, Pentacles are earned money. So earned money definitely always requires some effort. But it tells me this week is a week where you can embrace a more solid foundation. And another card that has a good money week. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And tune in again next week for another edition of Pick a Card. Have a great week.
And we're back to our regular show. Look at that. Yeah. Who was next?
Okay, so
AP wants to know what's coming up for the remainder of the year. Ooh, AP, it sounds like to me like you want to pay for a one-on-one reading. What does AP need to know about now?
Yeah, let's see what you need to know about the short-term road ahead. See what the cards have to say.
6 months reading.
Well, there might be something that she needs to pay attention to for the next 6 months.
And the cards will tell her that right now.
Yeah.
Especially if I hit that button.
Okay, with the star tells you to embrace your hopes, embrace your dreams. Go after what you want. She doesn't have any clothes. It shows her as being uninhibited, but open and honest. And you notice that she pours freely with both hands. So this is something that says embrace your wishes wholeheartedly. Have a little faith in yourself. And you're more valuable than you think you are. So you can negotiate a little tougher when it comes to price and money and salary. Because they'll always plead poverty. But you're not asking for something that's going to bust the bank. So don't take no for an answer. Okay, and there's this idea of embracing your dreams, being a good negotiator, and the Two of Swords. When I pick that out, it says know when to leave. That's a really important talent, and they're telling you, know when the time to hit the road is, and those are your pieces of advice for this year. It's pretty good advice. If you really think about it, that's pretty compact.
There you go. Well, I hope that helped. Joanne. Okay, weird. Who called my name in the garbage room in my condo building last night?
Yikes. That is weird. What was that? What was that? Let's see. Well, somebody impatient. Okay, well, I see that somebody impatient, so this is why the shouting, right? And it looks like they're looking to get, they're looking to get a fire under somebody. They're looking to get somebody moving, and the thing of it is I think that you misunderstood. Somebody shouted something that sounded like your name, but it wasn't. Because this was an impatient person who was trying to get somebody else to get a move on. So it wasn't about you at all, although that was really weird.
I saw a woman with a laundry basket.
Probably yelling at the kids.
Oh, that's right. Who's next? Ashley.
Ashley.
What do my guides want me to know right now?
Oh, what does Ashley need to know?
Go to bed. School starts soon. Gotta train your body back again.
Okay.
Don't go to bed till after the show, though.
Yeah. You got to watch every last minute of me, right? All right. So, Ashley. So, what you need to know is, money comes and goes, right? But it looks like you're going to have some money taken from you, whether they're going to reduce your hours or, yeah. I'm not sure where that comes in, because maybe they're going to take away some per diem or something like that, but it feels like there's this reduction in hours, and it's not punitive. It's, economics or whatever, right? And these two together say, okay, when they try and drop your hours or pay you for less or change your position or whatever it is that they're going to try and do to screw you out of money, is saying that you can take control over the situation and call their bluff. So don't let anybody mess with your money.
Yeah, it's your money.
Yeah.
Not the bank's. Who am I kidding? It's the bank's money.
I have no idea why people don't get more furious with banks and insurance companies. They do nothing but play with our money, and they're so very rich.
And we get
Fees.
0.3% interest on a savings account. What?
Oh.
Kara James wants a reading for September. All right, Kara.
Kara's September. Okay, Kara James.
Well, aren't you going to be bored? Oh, my God. Don't start any good books yet. Hold off a couple of weeks.
Okay, so in September, it starts out with the Six of Cups. And one thing about Six of Cups is it talks about immaturity. People acting stupidly, babyishly, selfishly, acting like children. Or, being kind of stuck in the past. And then they label, it's also a warning for you not to get stuck in the past. But this right here, people misinterpreting or you misinterpreting, is something that if you just take a deep breath and look ahead, you will be able to embrace your goals. So, in September, don't sweat small stuff, basically, and don't let it get you distracted, and don't let emotional issues get you distracted or anything of the like, because September is a month that, despite the confusion and despite all the little things that are happening, if you can filter that out, this is a good month for you to spot opportunities and make things happen for yourself. The star is on your side this month in September. And it's very possible that you could spot an opportunity. But you're not going to spot an opportunity if you get caught up in the little political stuff. So, no politics. Your dreams, embrace your future. So, it's up to you, of course, but looks like September could be a banner month for you.
Benapsha wants to know what the energies are for the rest of August.
August is just going by too fast.
Yeah. Benopsha, quit asking yourself, am I happy? And just drop that part. We just go with I am happy.
Yeah, yeah. Happiness isn't a destination. It's between your ears. People are happy because they choose to be happy, and people are unhappy because they choose to be unhappy. And you can't make an unhappy person happy. They have to do that for themselves. Okay, so several coins. Okay, so for the rest of August, it feels like you've got it, and there's not that much time left in August. We're looking at what, 10 more days? 10, yeah, 10, 11 more days. It does feel like some of the things that you're looking to happen just don't seem to be happening as much as they should. But it also looks like once you get a few days into September, you're going to find those energies changing. So know that there's going to be a lot of delays toward the end of August and things seem to be moving slowly, but have faith. Everything's going to break free when you get into the first few days of September. Okay.
And next we have Michelle Weber, who wants a general reading. What does Michelle need to know?
Okay.
Are you getting caught up on the scrolling there?
Oh, I found her. So, could I please have a general reading? What
She's
does
not
Michelle...
Waldo.
Huh?
She's not Waldo.
I'm pretty good at spotting Waldo, too. I mean, if he's the only one on the page, but... Okay. Let's look at Michelle. What does Michelle need to know? Okay, first and foremost, the High Priestess reverse says, remember, you don't know everything. So I guess that means step lightly around people's egos just because you don't know everything and you don't know everything about everybody's connections with each other. Because one of the most important things that's coming up for you is that idea of community and connection and how people work together. So my Southern mother used to say, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them tomorrow. And I will pass that same advice to you. And if you feel like trash talking anybody for any reason, stop yourself and figure out something nice to say about them. Also, the Hanged Man talks about useful sacrifices. And the Hanged Man, this feels... It kind of has a triumphant feel to it. So I think that the things that you have been patiently waiting for, and it does, even though it talks about coinage, it feels like maybe you've been saving favors or something like that, or building up goodwill, but you've been building up something for an eventual reward, and you are going to get your reward quite soon. But don't forget this warning. Don't trash talk anybody and play nicely with the other children. Suzanne, thank you for liking the show. That really helps us. That helps the analytics. And I hope y'all like the show. And tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your coworkers about me. It helps. We still want to get some subscribers up. We are within 25 subscribers of being able to have a community board, and then we can do all kinds of neat things. All right. Hi, Eva.
Well, Nifa thinks Young and the Restless is funny when you mention that. If she only knew. I was in a broadcasting course in college, in the one room that we hung out at, just kind of like a lounge. On a regular basis, there would be 20 guys talking about what happened on Young and the Restless that day. We were all hooked the entire course.
All right, so.
Who's next?
Margaret. Margaret.
Wants to be added.
Down Condra. Okay, so I'm assuming that she wants reading. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, Gleneef, when I talked about donating, I meant like donate to the Red Cross to help the people out in BC.
No, Rosie's next.
Hi, Rosie. Will the meeting go with manufacturer for my startup business? Oh well, congratulations. Just getting to the point where you're meeting with a manufacturer, there's already been a lot of work in this. A lot of work and a lot of thought. So let's see how this goes for you. Okay, so you need to tell yourself 3 times before you go into the meeting, your ego is not your friend, your ego is not your friend, your ego is not your friend. Because they'll say they like it, but they want you to change everything about it. You know, it's it's a little frustrating. You know, it shouldn't be, but it is. Just because it's kind of mucking with your plans. But they're going to ask you to make some pretty big changes, and big enough that you're going to feel like the control's been taken away from me. But then they're reminding you that if you play ball with them and understand that they're going to just see what you're putting in front of them as a starting point, it could pay off well for you. So flexibility and willingness to accept creative criticism and make changes is going to be the key to success. But you certainly do have a feeling that you could succeed here.
Well, there you go, Rosie. Congratulations.
Yes, I know you worked hard, but your ego is not your friend. Your ego is not your friend. Your ego is not your friend.
I hear that all the time.
Not from me.
Fucking right.
Oh,
Margaret, what will the outcome of my vacation this month?
oh, I hope it's a good one. A tan and some nice souvenirs, and maybe a bad decision or two. Best vacation ever. Okay. Margaret's vacation. Okay.
Yeah, until you come home with a Florida Gators tattoo on your upper arm.
Oh,
Right, Mark?
okay.
Crap, my beverage is empty.
It looks like it's going to go very well. Surprisingly well. You know, the outcome of your vacation, it looks like the travel's good, the accommodation's good, and the food and the drink and the company's good. I don't think you're going to want to go home. But you are definitely going to have a good vacation. You must be more than ready for one. So just relax, leave all the problems behind you, and enjoy Margaret.
Yeah. And while you're on vacation, ignore all problems that happen.
Don't watch the news.
No, I'm talking about problems during the vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
Well,
let it go.
yeah. Don't
It's like,
sweat
oh,
small
this is
stuff.
going to cost more money? Yeah, so what? It's your vacation. Spend it.
Okay, so
Who's next?
Suzanne asked me, will I volunteer in Max's classroom in the fall, a day or so a week? Well, isn't that, do you want to?
Well, they might not want her.
Well, that's a bummer.
Well,
You don't want
it's
your time
true.
for free? Wow. You know, if you're willing to volunteer, maybe not in the classroom, but in the library too, that's another place to volunteer. But I know they have lots of parent volunteers.
And just don't intimidate the teachers too much.
Yeah.
Dumb it down.
Okay, so the principal has some pretty specific policies on parents volunteering. So remember when I said you'll need to volunteer in the library? I don't think they put parents in the same room with their children. Yeah. They found that if they put parents in the same room with the children, then the children don't work as well. And that's just a general thing, and the rules got to apply to everybody. So you have an opportunity to volunteer. They're just not going to let you volunteer in your own kid's classroom.
Ha ha.
Yeah, and that's all you want. So, sorry, the decision's up to you. The opportunities is right there, but they're not going to let you into his classroom.
Unless you homeschool.
Don't do that.
Why not? There's lots of great homeschool kids.
And there's a lot of weird ones, too.
Yeah, like I said, there's lots of great homeschool kids.
Okay, Jessica.
Well, come on, seriously. Who's more interesting? Who would you rather have a beer with? Some vanilla person or a weirdo?
This is true. This is true. Depends on whether he's just weird in general or weird directly at
just
me.
Look at our circle of friends.
Well,
Pretty much
yeah, okay.
nothing but weirdos. In-laws don't count, but even there we got weirdos.
Yes. Okay, Jessica wants to know, where is my current relationship headed? It's headed into the future. Let's see. You know, it's never about him. It's always about you. Because you reach a certain point, you're only going to let him so close to you. And you reach a certain point, and then you get funny, and you ghost him, or you get weird, or something. Somehow you chase them out. For all I know, you're throwing sticks and stones at them. But you definitely get that point where I like you, come closer, stop right there. No closer. We'll see what that card says afterwards. Where is my current relationship headed? Okay. See, it seems like it's on a good path. This one could have a ring at the end, but then you get right back to that overthinking stuff. Okay. Now, Lynn had these characters called yabbits, and it's like you'd ask them to do something, if they would do something for them, and go, well, yeah, but, and here's your yeah, but, because it feels like there comes a point where you're a little bit bored, and that's when you start nitpicking. Okay. I think he could survive it. I really do. He sees something very special in you. Yeah, I definitely have a good feeling about this one. Does he have a child? There's this idea of a child or a little one around you, and I know that's not you. Huh. Okay. But I like the road I like the direction it's headed. Just don't ghost him.
Suzanne, Sally's out of focus? What?
Am I out of focus?
No, it's YouTube compression.
Oh.
All right, who is next?
Okay, who is next?
Oh, nobody.
Am I? Okay. Think.
Well, I guess we hit the end of the questions there today.
And Wink 360. This is a Scapini tarot. Yeah, I really love
put the link up.
Yeah, one of the things that I love best about this deck, it's so beautiful. All the cards are so well thought out. But the best thing is the little white book is not written by Stuart Kaplan. It's written by the artist himself. And so you know why he uses certain imagery, and you know which cards he puts himself and his family in. So it's I really enjoyed it. These cards have been my good friends for over 30 years now. But they are still for sale.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody.
And just so you know, we have no affiliation with tarot.com. This is just a link I put up so you can see what the deck is. And there you go. If you go buy it from them, that's up to you. Got nothing to do with me.
Yes. Now, just a reminder, September 28th is the final Psychic Soul Sisters event of the year, and we have definitely made it bigger and better. Everything's bigger and better. we have twice the space because you guys remember that first one was a little crammed. They put us all in the Queen Victorian room, and so we've asked for 2 rooms, and we've asked and received. So we will have more psychic tools, a larger museum of the curious, and we'll still have the demonstrations and the messages, a lot of merchandise for you to buy, and there's also refreshments. The tickets are on sale $44 in advance, and that does include minute readings. You can get those. You can go to my website, SallyDiane.com, and follow the PR code to Eventbrite and purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. You can call the Queen's Inn at 519-271-1400, and that number is on my website to buy your tickets on over the phone, or you can go to the Queen's Inn in person and buy your tickets in person. At the door, the tickets will be $49, so that's a savings of $5 for you. And I look forward to seeing all of you on September 28th. Okay. Yes, Wink 360, I am talking you into making a purchase. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Psychic Sundays Live with Psychic Sally Diane and my wonderful producer. Have a great week, folks.